It is possible, matter of fact, it's probable, that the sin that so easily besets us remains an ancient sin. That's the sin of idolatry. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 5, final day of Torah portion Vayishlach. Let's go to Bereshit, or Genesis, chapter number 35. And finally, we see that Yaakov is able to head home. And Elohim said to Yaakov, "Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make a slaughter place there to El, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother." And Yaakov said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign mighty ones that are among you, and cleanse yourselves, and change your garments. Let us rise and go up to Bethel, and let me make there a slaughter place to El, who answered me in the day of my distress, has been with me in the way which I have gone." So the command is to Yaakov, go home. Go back to the place where you stood up a standing column of a stone and poured oil upon it. And you called that place Bethel, the house of El. You and I have, many of us, left religious systems of men. Some of us, perhaps, are still there. And we're wanting to go home. We're wanting to go to a different place. We're wanting to elevate our walk. We're wanting more of what we have tasted thus far. And I believe that Yah wants to grant to us the more. He wants to enable you and I to experience more of Him. We've returned to the covenant of Abraham. We've come home to the Torah of Moshe. We have learned a Hebraic identity. We have realized that we've not just escaped hell and repented of sins so that we can go to live in a place up in the stars in the heavens somewhere. Rather, we have come to an understanding that the covenant between the pieces, where Yah moved as a burning torch and a smoking oven up and down the blood path, and said to Abraham, "By doing so, I will pay the penalty for the breaking of this covenant." Yah did that through the giving of His Son, Yeshua, to die in our place. We broke the covenant. There's a restoration now that is available to us, and we have experienced a portion of that restoration. We've come home to this covenant, and we've relearned again our Hebrew identity. We have been grafted into the olive tree, according to the book of Romans, chapter number 11. And we've learned that we're not disconnected from the ancient Hebrews. We have the same sins, we have the same trials, we have the same victories if we're willing to obey. Yah is teaching us something. It's time to go home to His house. So in the return, there is a prerequisite, a requirement. Yah still says, "By those who approach me, I will be deemed or seen as set apart." I am set apart. I am holy. So in order for you and I to approach the Most High at the highest level, there has to be a setting aside of those things that Yah sees as competition. He literally says to us in the giving of the 10 Commands, "I will have no other mighty ones thrown up in my face." Another way of translating that is, I will not allow you to take the mask of your preferred version of me and put that over my face so that I am more appealing to you according to your own perspective. You will not remake me in an image that is more conducive to your thinking, your feelings, or your theology. Yah says, I am set apart. I am the set apart one, and those who approach me must be set apart. So don't come mixing your idolatry with my set apartness. To do so is then to treat Yah with contempt, to treat him commonly. If we set something apart to him, when we deem it to be holy and for a set apart purpose, and then we take it and we use it commonly again, we have defiled it. Now you can take that which is common and set it apart to Yah in particular, and it can be then set apart. We anoint things, we consecrate things, we dedicate things to him, but then they may not be taken and used for common purposes any longer. Yaakov has received the Bechira, that is, that he is the carrier of the covenant, that says that his lineage will produce the seed with a capital S, Zerah. He is the one who will bring forth by his lineage the promised one, all the way back to Bereshit or Genesis chapter number 3. The one who will crush the serpent's head, the one who will be the deliverer. And also he is the inheritor of the land. He and his lineage will receive the inheritance of Eretz Israel from the river of Mitzrayim or Egypt all the way to the Euphrates. Yah says this is covenant land. But Yah also requires that in order to go home to his house and to be a part of the seed lineage and to be the recipient or the heirs to the land, that we get rid of our idols. Now, I dare say that none of us involved in this video today are those who have a fat Buddha statue on a mantle somewhere. I doubt that you have any talismans hanging around or any idol images in your backyard with a shrine built to it. No, we wouldn't be so blatant as that. You and I both know that we make idols out of people and possessions and jobs and wealth and prestige and a long list of other things. Yah says you are not allowed to mix those idols with worship to me. So we have to get rid of our idols. Now, notice then that Yaakov takes these images. They were among them. He is the favored servant of Yah, and yet there were things that were hidden within his camp. In particular, his wife Rachel was holding on to the house idols of her father. Now, whether it is debated that she wanted to worship them herself or whether she was taking them so that her father could not consort them through sorcery to find out where Yaakov was, there are several arguments and debates that could go on. Nonetheless, she had them. They had to be buried. They had to be gotten rid of. Now notice the process here by which Yah speaks to Yaakov and then he to his servants. He says, I want you to make a slaughter place to me. I want you to come worship me. Come worship me at Bethel. And so he says to his people, put away the idols, cleanse yourselves. There is the physical act of getting rid of those things that are competition, that are masked on the face of Yah. But then there needs to be the cleansing. There has to be the process by which we get those things out of our mind, out of our spirit, out of our allegiance. Where is your heart allegiance? Where is it fascinated to? David said, my heart is fixed, O Yah. My heart is fixed. Yet the prophet Yirmiyahu or Jeremiah said, the heart's corruptible. It's evil. It can't be trusted. So you have to consecrate your heart and give it and set it apart to him. And then he says, change your garments. That's the idea of changing your persona, changing your being, changing the way you present yourself. No longer a sinner saved by grace, but now a man or a woman of Elohim, filled with the power of the Most High and ready to worship at the house of the Most High. Shabbat Shalom to you and your family, to those in your home. We look forward to seeing you again next week.